When it comes to getting healthier, to leading a healthy lifestyle, of course, nutrition is going to be a very important factor, even a decisive factor. And in this video, I want to talk to you about how to eat and what to eat and what to pay attention to when it comes to eating. We're still in the 5th season, taking care of your health, and today's episode is about nutrition. And why do I think you should worry a lot about nutrition? Because what you put inside your body is going to be decisive, not only for your weight loss, for your muscle gains, but also for your brain, for your memory, for your capacity of thinking, for your disposition, for your internal feeling, how you feel about yourself. I don't know if you know, but people who are very used to eat only junk food or very unhealthy food, they tend to feel horrible, not only about themselves, but about life in general. They lack disposition, they lack energy. Their overall feeling is not so good. And of course, you can find exceptions. You can find exceptions for basically anything. But overall, people who are used to eat junk food and very unhealthy food, they don't have the best feeling about themselves. And it's not only a psychological thing, it is a general overall feeling. They don't feel good in general, And when you think, okay, good, I want to try then. I want to eat healthier. Well, first thing you can do is the following. Actually, there are two things you can do. The first thing you can do is you can Google and search for reliable sources of what is healthy food. Get lists of what is healthy food. And if you are in doubt of your sources, if they're correct or not, just get various sources. Just search for various links, videos, websites that can give you lists of healthy foods and compare them. Well, in all the lists, I see these 10 names. So you already know that those 10 are probably reliable. Those 10 are probably healthy. Maybe one will be an exception, maybe two, but you have the majority of them being healthy. That's the first thing I want you to pay attention to. What is healthy food? The second thing I want you to pay attention to is what kind of food is not only filling, but also lower in calories. That is, they are dense foods, they are going to keep you satisfied, but at the same time, they are low in calories. That is, if you're like me, who likes to eat a lot in terms of quantities, you are going to be able to eat a lot of these foods without gaining weight. Because at the end of the day, what is going to make you gain weight is not eating a Happy Meal every day. Because if you only eat a Happy Meal every day, you are going to be undernutritioned because you're going to be consuming around 1,000 calories, 1,100 calories. And that is too little for a healthy adult who wants to be active. So it's not about what you are consuming, but also the amount of calories that you are taking. If you are taking very little amount of calories per day, it's going to help you lose weight, of course, but when that is extremely low, it's also going to be unhealthy. It's also going to be detrimental to your health, to your performance when it comes to exercises, to your mental performance when it comes to studying, concentrating, remembering, being active at work, and so on. So there is a balance between how much you eat in terms of quantity, how much you eat in terms of calories, and what kind of food you are eating. When I'm telling you to pay attention to healthy foods and to low-calorie dense foods, am I telling you you should never eat junk food? No, I'm not telling you that. Of course, this is an ideal situation. Of course, if you manage to do that, it's great. I can tell you by myself, I am not able or I don't want to only eat healthy food. So every once in a while, and what does that mean every once in a while? Every week, every 10 days, I'm having an unhealthy meal. What do I mean by unhealthy meal? I'm eating pizza or I'm eating burgers, normally gluten-free because I try to avoid gluten in my diet, not because I'm allergic, it's just because I feel better when I don't have it. It's not even that I'm intolerant, I think, because I've done tests, allergic tests, and I'm not allergic to it. I just feel better when I don't have it, when I don't consume it. Just like sugar. I basically do not consume sugar in my diet. But back to the point, you can have a certain consumption of junk food, but it has to be very regulated. It has to be something that is like the exception of your diet, you know? The regular diet of your life should be of healthy food and controlling the calories that you are consuming. I don't know if it's going to work for you to search for a specific diet like many people do, or if it's going to work for you to, how can I put it, search for a specific amount of calories that you should be intaking, because it depends a lot on how active you are, how big you are, your age, and your daily habits. So I wouldn't recommend you any kind of specific diet or fasting or this and that, because each person is different. The metabolism is different. The difference in between ages will have different results when it comes to nutrition. Depends on how active you are and so on. But I can tell you this, for basically everyone, if you try to go for healthy foods and if you try to control the amount of calories that you take by consuming low calorie dense foods, that is foods that have low calorie, but they are going to make you satisfied, chances are that you are going to be able to consume less calories, eat large quantities of food, remain healthy, and still not gaining weight, or maybe losing weight if you do a lot of physical activity, if you do a lot of exercises that tend to burn calories or not. I know we are talking about being healthy or becoming healthy or taking care of your health in this season. But of course, you have the right to ask yourself, in case you are just starting this journey or if you're skeptical about it, why should I do it? Why should I eat healthy? Why should I take care of my nutrition? And of course, there will be those who are very into that they will say the response is self-evident, because you want to lead a healthier life. It's obvious that you don't want to be eating a shitty food, let's say crap food or junk food and so on. But let's suppose that you are really clueless, that you really don't know where to start or why to do it, or that you're asking yourself, why should I do that? What is going to be the benefit of it? I can tell you something. If you have good genetics but you don't help them, you are not going to go far. Genetics can help you to a certain extent, okay? Beyond that, you have to give a hand to genetics. If you trust on genetics and you ruin your life in terms of nutrition, in terms of physical activity, you are not going to be healthy, you are not going to have energy, you are not going to have disposition, capacity of concentration, capacity of doing good performances at work, or any kind of good performances in any physical activity that you choose. If you have bad genetics, then it's even worse. I don't even need to get into this. But let's suppose that you don't even care about that. You're just asking yourself, why should I pursue this lifestyle? Why should I go for healthy food, controlling the amount of calories that I take, and eating in a controlled and regulated manner, and so on? I can tell you about my experience and search for other people's opinions, and they will tell you what they have to contribute to this debate, how it worked or it didn't for their lives. I can tell you for my life, when I eat healthy, when I eat controlling what I'm eating, when I avoid junk food, when I avoid processed food, this kind of food that is extremely industrialized, filled with a lot of chemistry and so on, with chemicals, and so on, my general feeling, internal feeling, is of lack of pain, lack of disturbance in my joints, better performance at physical activities, my capacity of concentrating in my work increases, I sleep better. I can tell you that I sleep better. The healthier I eat, the better I sleep. My results when it comes to physical activity are always better. I feel, maybe it's just a coincidence, but I feel that my inclination for injuries decreases a lot. As a matter of fact, it's very rare that I get injured, and I do lots of physical activities. I'm an extremely active person. So even if you tell me I don't want to be in shape, I don't want to be like, I don't know, with a shredded body, with a low body fat percentage, I don't need to look in the mirror and see muscles and so on. Even if you don't think of that, even if you think I don't even want to do physical activity, that's all right. But if you eat healthy, and according to my previous video, if you sleep healthy, you are going to be giving a huge contribution for a healthier lifestyle. Even if you don't do physical activity, you are going to feel overall much better. Your inclination for diseases, for injuries, for whatever it is, will decrease a lot. I don't know if you know, but lots of diseases, lots of lethal diseases, they come from poor nutrition, lack of physical activity, unhealthy and absolutely, how can I say, sedentary lifestyle. So even if we just want to talk about being healthy and living a decent, healthy lifestyle, not necessarily becoming shredded, muscular, fit, or whatever, eating healthy and having a decent schedule, so to say, for eating, for moving yourself, for avoiding sedentarism and so on, will give you a much better lifestyle, will give you a higher quality standard of living. Consider it, and if you want to start this journey, there are so many channels on YouTube and so many links on the internet where you can find what to eat, how to balance it, how to prepare it so that it tastes good. I'm here just to give you general advice on it, and I hope it will help you. See you in the next episode.